I'm gonna miss you so much, man. You had everything. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today's video is a very sad video. As I'm recording this today, Miguel Cabrera, my favorite player of all time, announces that the 2023 season is his final freaking season, and it actually hurts a little bit. It hurts my gut a little. Now look, I know he's old, okay? He's had a lot, he's gotten hurt a lot, and he hasn't been very healthy and stuff like that, so I understand that part, but man, it still freaking hurts because he's the reason why I love baseball today. He's the one that made me love it more and more and more, and he made me learn by hitting, by even watching him, hitting it the opposite way. I remember when I know this is softball, but when I played softball, all the guys were shifted to the left field, and I'm thinking like, Mickey, I'm going to go to right field because they're playing me to pull, and that pitch right there, I hit it to right field and got it inside the park home run. That was a great feeling. But yes, it is a very sad day and a very sad year and decade as a Tigers fan, and hopefully we can at least have a winning season before he leaves. He says he doesn't want to fully leave the game, so maybe he'll be a hitting coach next year. That'd be pretty cool. Well, not next year, but 2024 or something. That'd be freaking dope. But the one season that stands out for me is his Triple Crown season. Like literally, I remember watching almost every single game, and he led the league in all three big categories, was literally home runs average and RBIs. So I remember back in 2010, this was before he won the Triple Crown, that literally when he was in the All-Star game in 2010, and it was in Anaheim in the Angels Stadium in 2010. He was in the home run derby. During the home run derby, the announcers were saying that he could be literally a potential Triple Crown winner. But if you guys have not seen that, I did witness his 3,000th hit 13 rows up above home plate, and it's very ironic that his first at bat, and I think it was the first pitch, literally a right field, like classic Miggy, always goes to right field, base hit, 3,000 hits. That's unbelievable. If he would have stayed healthy, he would have had at least 3,500 hits or more, and he would have had way more home runs as well. He probably would have had like 600 maybe at least, and maybe about over 2,000 RBIs. But Miggy is a first ballot Hall of Famer. If he's not going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, I'm going to find somebody, go to their door and kick their ass. But Mickey was always a team player. I know that because when Prince Fielder came over to my team, he literally moved to third base. To be honest with you, he was really good at third base, okay? He was really good at third base. Very underrated. Yes, he wasn't the most flashy defender, but he could freaking throw it, man. He had a freaking cannon over at third base. That was unbelievable. And thank you, Prince Fielder, for giving him his back-to-back MVP years. And I remember when everyone said Mike Trout deserved it in 2012. Why? Because he stole bases? Did he lead? Did he not lead the league in average home runs and RBIs? Why is Mike Trout going to be the MVP? Does anybody understand what the MVP means? But as soon as he retires, they better retire his number. I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure they're going to retire Verlander's number as well, and they're going to have two statues of both of them in left field, maybe right field. I have no idea where they're going to put their retired number and their statue, but it's going to be absolutely insane. My phone's going off. Let me know in the comments down below what your guys' most memorable Miggy moment. I've had a lot of them. I don't really know. Like, I know the season 2012 was my most memorable season with him, but man, I can't even think of a memorable moment. There's so many. Like literally, I think the most memorable moment is the night of him winning the Triple Crown. Like literally, like there's so many home runs that he's hit. He was the most clutchest player. Probably the best hitter I've ever seen. Yes, we got a lot of other players in the league that was really good at hitting, but man, he was the most intelligent hitter that I've known. Like, he's the reason why I liked hitting. But I had a feeling that this was definitely going to be Miggy's last season because I can't see him going anywhere else. They better not trade him or I'm going to kick somebody's ass in the front office. They're not even going to see it coming. I'll drive down Woodward and down into Detroit, and they'll find me at their freaking front office, and they'll be wondering how I got in there. But there's always what ifs with Miggy, because if he would have stayed healthy, at least played 150 games a year, imagine his career stats. He would have been insane. He who knows? He could have been close to 4,000 hits, which I doubt. Maybe about 3,500, like I said earlier in this video. But he was an RBI machine, man. Like, when there's a guy at second or third base, you knew he was driving him in. And when he didn't drive him in, I got fucking mad. And I remember back in 2011, I think it was like the last month and a half, and I was worrying because Mickey had a streak going where he hit over 300, he has to have 30 home runs and over 100 RBIs. He had I don't know how many straight seasons, and he was on the verge of losing that in 2011. Like, he had like the best last month of the freaking year. He obviously hit over 30 home runs. He had over 100 RBIs. Like, I was so relieved when he did that. And obviously Miggy was a team player, like I've said before as well. Like, he's a team player, man. Like, he doesn't care about himself. He cares about the team winning. Winning was like what he wanted to do. He can care less if he went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. All that mattered to him was winning. Like, this year, he proved it where, yeah, he wasn't really trying to focus on 3,000 hits and focus on himself, but he was more focused on the team winning, which I freaking hope we freaking do one of these years. But it really does hurt inside thinking about this being his last season. I figured, like I said, I kind of figured this would be his last season, unfortunately, but hey, you know, they're all got to retire one of these days. I think he'll turn 40 next year, if I'm not mistaken. And Verlander, I really miss him, okay? That's another story there. But what also hurts is that he didn't get to win a World Series with my favorite team, obviously, the Tigers. He put his heart and soul into this team, and we couldn't build a team around him, at least a bullpen around him, to win a championship. We had one chance with him, almost a second, if the freaking dumbass Red Sox. But that's what's going to hurt the most. But hopefully he'll be a coach or something like that. And maybe one of the days we'll give him a ring, which would be absolutely awesome. It won't be the same as him being a player, but it'd be kind of cool seeing him actually be there and all that stuff. So that'll be pretty cool. Hopefully he'll be like a hitting coach. That'll be freaking amazing because we'll be the best hitting team in the league. The ironic thing is, when I was new to this sport, when we traded for him, I didn't even know who the hell Miggy was. I didn't know who he was. I wasn't like excited like everyone was. Like, I was kind of happy about it, but I wasn't really sure because I remember asking somebody next to me by my locker, I'm like, who is he? And then he was explaining it to me, and I really didn't know who it was. But the funny thing is, as well, like, he was my favorite player, I think, before he even stepped onto the field, like on the first game of 2008 when he was on the field. He was already my favorite player of all time, and ever since then, he has been my favorite player. And ever since, like, he's matured more and more over the years, he's been very, very fun to watch as a hitter. And he still is fun to watch sometimes, but man, he's so late on pitches now, like he's getting old as hell. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys' most memorable moment, even as a Tigers fan, not as a fan, like literally what you guys' most memorable moment with Miggy, because I have a lot of them, so I have no idea. But man, this is very sad news, but that's okay. I mean, I seen it coming. He can't play forever. But if you guys like this video, make sure you guys drop a like down below, and make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell as well. I hope you all have a nice, fantastic, wonderful day. See ya!